This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So what we discussed here, so the SAP basically divided into two kind of segments. Let me increase the font here. So this is not my regular system here. My regular system in servicing. Okay. So basically, so the SAP the SAP divided into two kind of segments here. So one is technical modules, another one is the functional modules. So what are the technical modules we observed here? The technical modules, okay. So into the SAP, we have ABAP. So ABAP is a technical module, and Basis is a technical module, okay. And BABW is a technical module. Okay. These are all technical modules, okay. And coming to the functional modules, so we have basically the and SD, sales and distribution. And we have finance module, finance and control. Okay, so we have production planning, the quality management, product systems. So these are the different functional modules. Okay. So once again, we'll review what exactly our role. So here, as a consultant, we need to handle different kind of products here. So we have implementation product, we have rollout product, we have upgradation product, we have support product, migration, any kind of products. Only we need to focus. So we are the function consultant. We need to speak the business regularly, okay, on regular basis here. So here, when you, so first of all, we need to identify. So whatever the standard SAP area, what is the limitation for the standard SAP? Okay. So you are working for any client here. What is our limitation? So whatever the provision is expecting from the client from us. So whether the particular provision is not available in the standard SAP or not. If the particular provision is not available in the standard SAP, okay. So simply we need to connect your technical team. So the technical with the technical team. So you how you communicate with the technical team. So you need to write a functional specification. The functional specification in the document. So we need to mention what are the tables we are going to disturb. So how to retrieve the data and all. So these functional people, they'll write the technical specification. So all we'll discuss in the real-time session. So as today, so what I will do, I will start session 1. Okay. So basically the SAP data. So basically the SAP data is going to classify into 3 types here. So here what are the action any if you go for any project here, first of all we need to identify the data. So basically the SAP data are going to classify into the first one is the organization data. Okay. So what is this organization data? The organization data is also called as enterprise structure data, which is called simply org data. Okay, org data or organization data. Okay, and the second one is the master data. The second one is the master data. And third one is the transaction data. So here, see here organization data, how to set up the organization data. This is most important. How to set up the organization data. The organization data or enterprise structure data. So how to set up the organization data in the system here. And what exactly my roles and responsibilities here. As MM consultant, so what I need to configure here. Okay. So where I need to configure, how to set up my organization data, we'll discuss in today's session here. So simply to set up the organization data, MM module need to involve, SD module need to involve, okay, your finance module also need to involve, okay, the basis module also need to involve. These are a couple of modules need to set up the organization data. Okay, to set up the organization data, not only the MM, the SD, FICO, basis, different modules need to set up the organization data. So how will you get your organization data? So here we are in initial project. So we are going to conduct some workshops with the client here. Okay, we'll sit with the client people. Okay, so at the client premises. Okay, so we'll discuss with the client and we'll give you some questionnaire and answer database to the client here. Okay, so they will give us how many number of plants they are having, each and every plants, how many number of store locations. So what are the organizations, that address details, everything will provide in the questionnaire and answer database here. So we'll take the information from the client and we are going to set up the organization data. So this is actually tomorrow also I will show you some PPT is there. So today, so however, we'll discuss some part of organization data. So before the organization data, what is master data? So if you go, now we are into MM module. So we started actually, so to learn the MM module here. Suppose you are going to learn the SD module or FICO, any module. So basically, we need to identify the data are going to classify into three types: organization data, master data, transaction data. So here organization data, okay. Before going to discuss about the organization data, so what are the master data available here? The master data, so superior data. The master data is superior data. So we have a couple of master data is there. This master data is also module to module. We'll see the different masters. For MM, our master data will be different. For SD people, their master data will be different. For finance people, their master data will be different. And here completely any kind of project, whether implementation or rollout or support, upgradation, any kind of project. So 90% your project will be based on the master data. So you are morely keenly you need to observe the master data. So how to create each and every master data, how to create, how to change, how to display, how to see the display changes. So how to extend the master data. So what are the important fields of the master data? Give me one second. Nilavin. Hello? Yeah, Nilavin. Demo. Okay. నేను ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ సెషన్ తీసుకున్నాను. ఒక 350 ఆన్లైన్ ఆల్రెడీ తీసుకుంటాం. ఆన్లైన్ సెషన్ లో ఉన్నాం. ఆన్లైన్ తీసుకుంటాను నేను. Okay. Okay. So here now the master data as well as transition. So what is the master data and what is the transition data? So where we need to focus. The master data is a superior data. Okay. Master data is a superior data. So here each and every master data for module to module we need to see the different master data. Okay. So here for MM, so what is the master data? We have material master, vendor master, info record, source list, batch master, service master. So this we'll discuss however. Okay. So how to create master data. Now if I want to define the master data in my system, I want to define the master data. So where I can define my master data. So if organization that is available, I can able to define the master data. If organization that is not available, I cannot define the master data. Okay. If organization that is not available, I can. So this is the prerequisite. If I want to define the master data, definitely the organization data should be prerequisite. So without organization data, I cannot define the master data. Now coming to the transaction data, transition. Give me one second. So now coming to the master data, see here to set up the master data, definitely what we observed. So if I want to prepare any master data, then organization data prerequisite we are discussing. The same way, if I want to run some transaction data, so definitely the organization data is the prerequisite. Without organization data, master data, I cannot perform the transaction data. So this is the sequence here. Okay, so we are not able to understand just so only we need to. Okay, so keep in your mind. So if I want to define any type of data, so for master data, organization data is a prerequisite. To define the transaction data, and master data is different. Prerequisite. This we'll discuss here. Okay. Today only we'll observe how to define my organization data. Okay, how to define the organization data, what is the hierarchy, we need to observe it. Okay, now if I see here, so if I want to define the organization data, so initially we need to observe, so we have some clients here. Okay, the clients need to define them. So here, what is client? The client is a corporate group here. Okay, the client is a corporate group here. So generally, the clients, they want to define the, okay, they want to switch the SAP. Okay, so it means the client are using other technology, so other ERP. So finally, they want to install, they want to switch their network with the SAP. So they need to take the license from the SAP. But if you see, the client is the highest organization element to define the organization data. But in real time, these clients will be defined by the basis people, the basis technical people. They will define the clients. Okay. But actually here the SAP, they have given some, okay, so 18 client for practice purpose here. So what is this 18 client here? So 18 client is IDS client. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, Wasabi. Hello. Yeah. ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ ఉంటే అతను జాయిన్ కమ్మా లింక్ లో ఆల్రెడీ క్లాస్ రన్నింగ్ అవుతుంది ఒక సిస్టమ్. ఓకే, షూర్ షూర్, డెఫినెట్లీ. సే నీకు పెట్టిన లింక్ అది నీకు చెప్తాం అనుకున్నాను, లేట్ అవుతుంది చెప్తాం అనుకున్నాను. Okay. So here the basis people. So 18 the basis people, they will define the clients here. Okay, the SAP has given for 18 client for practice purpose. Okay. So however, actually, if you without this IDS client here, so this 18 client is also called as a IDS client. IDS means International Demonstration Education System. For practice purpose, the SAP has given some dump here. Okay. So if you have a laptop, if you are in Hyderabad, okay, we'll give laptop and we'll give the dump to you. Okay. So if you are in somewhere else, okay, you are not near to Hyderabad, so there is no other option. So we will provide you some online server. The server is here, physically somewhere else. So we will give you some IP address. Okay, we will give you some login pad, so you can access the server here. So this the SAP for practice purpose, it is only dumped one here. Okay, this is 18 client. But in real time, so how the clients will be defined by the basis people. The clients will be defined by the basis people. Okay. So here initially, so when if any XYZ company, if they will take license, okay, so 000 or 001 only. Okay. So in the fresh license system, the SAP is provided some master clients. The master clients. So suppose now some XYZ company, they want to switch to the SAP. Okay. What they will do once they will take license? Okay, the basis people, they will go to the client location and the SAP in the, okay, so the SAP people, what they will do, that they will provide the basic data. So what they will provide you, some master clients they will provide you. So the basis people, they will copy the new clients from the master clients and they will define the new clients. So here the client nomenclature, so wherever you will see 800 series, not only 800, 801, 810, any 8 star is IDS clients. Okay, IDS is the like a dumped one, so which is actually for practice purpose the SAP is provided. But master clients, the basis people in real time, they must copy from the master clients. Okay. So under the master clients, so we need to define a company. So under the master clients, so here the company who is going to define the company. The company actually it is a year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year. The nomenclature of the company. This is the nomenclature. Okay. So this actually in real time, the nomenclature, the client nomenclature is only 3-digit here. Okay. The client nomenclature is 3-digit. So nomenclature is out. So nomenclature is possible in SAP. You can use pure numeric numbers like 1, 2, 3, or you can use alphabets like ABC, or you can use alphanumeric also A12, some B12, C13, alphanumeric. Everything is possible. But as per my experience, okay, so 95% above companies they will use only numeric numbers only here. Okay, but client will be defined by the basis people. What is company? The company is not a control parameter. The company is not a control parameter. Simply, so they will define the company. Okay. So what they will do once they will define the company. So the company, so just name of the company. So like example, I will take Tata. So why I'm taking data? Because everybody knows about the data products. So company, just data company, but in real time, this company will be defined by the finance people here. So FICO, the finance people, they will define the company. But company is not a control parameter. The company is not a control parameter. Okay. So these companies is going to define by the finance people. So company and so under the company, so company codes here. The company code 1, company code 2, company code 3. So these are the different company codes here. Okay. So who is going to define these company codes? The company codes also will be defined and copied by the. Okay, so this is the finance people. Okay. The finance people, they will define and they will copy. So why I'm saying define and copy? Because company, just you go and name of the company, the Tata company, Reliance company, some XYZ group of company. No need to copy. Just you go and you define. It's a 6-digit code. But under the company, so you must say here the company code. The company code. Okay, what is the company code? If I am taking as a data, so this company code 1 I am saying as a some data steals. Okay. The company code 1 I am saying as a data steals. The company code 2 I am taking as a data modus here. So the company code 3 just I am saying as a data modus here. So this is the company code. Okay. When this company code, so generally what is this company codes here? The company codes are separate legal entities. Okay. The company codes are separate legal entities. Okay. So here the company code are separate legal entities. Okay. So where only the finance people will get company code only. But in real time, so we are into MM. So there is no finance FICO consulting in our group, right? Even though I also don't know FICO, you are learning the new module MM, but there is no FI. But in training system, however, I will show you how to define company and how to define and how to copy the company code. But in real system, you should not touch company and company code. So who will perform this company and company code? The company and company codes will be done by the purely finance people here. Only finance people will they will touch. They will define the company code and they will copy the company code. The company code. So generally, the triple zone company code only we need to copy. Okay. So now if you come to here, okay, in real time. So how the basis people they will copy from the master clients. So in real time, the company codes will be copied by the one minute. This is me. Jagadish, are you able to hear me? Jagadish, Yamuna and Yashasvi, one more person is joining.
Yes,
Please wait. Yeah, yeah, okay, Jagadish. One more person
yes,
is
sir,
joining.
yes,
Please
sir.
wait 5 minutes. Okay. However, it will take
Okay, sir.
because team, yeah, it will take one today also.
Okay, sir.
Again, some session, initial session will be repeated. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Create,
Okay, sir.
okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, voice not getting, sir.
Yeah, Jagadish. Okay. Actually, I'm waiting one more person, but no problem. We will join middle of the session. Not an issue. Let us once again continue. Okay. So please confirm Yamuna and Yashasvi, are you there? Because online classes every time I need to take the. Yeah, Yamuna. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Right. So here we will continue from here. So what we observed here, the client will be done by the basis people. So under the client, company. Okay. So under the company, so we have company codes here. Okay. The company codes purely will be done by the, okay. So company codes, not only if you define your job is not over, means the finance people. So they will copy from triple zero company code here. Company you no need to copy, just you go and define the company. The maximum nomenclature is 6 digit here. But if you come to the company code, the maximum nomenclature is only 4 digit here. Okay. So in real time, this will be decided by, so nomenclature. So what is the nomenclature? So this will be finally decided by the client people. So how they will decide? So we will take the confirmation from the client and we'll write in a business blueprint. Tomorrow I will show you if possible. Okay. So how we'll see the look like the business blueprint. So how to see the nomenclature and everything we'll see in tomorrow's session. So the company code nomenclature is 4 digit here. Okay. So company code level, only the finance people will work at company code level. Okay. In real time, okay, company code you need to define. So they will inform you how many number of company codes. They have some 3 company codes or 4 company codes or 5 company codes. So they will give the nomenclature. The nomenclature is only 4 digit like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1000 or 2000 like this. Okay, maximum 4 digit. And everywhere it is possible numeric, alphanumeric alphabets and a company code level. So what exactly the finance people will do? Finally, they will take the profit and loss statement. Okay, they will prepare the balance sheets. They will prepare the profit center. They will prepare the segments. They will create the business areas. Will be done by the purely finance people who is from MBA finance background, who is and some rich accounting background. They can go for okay. So FICO model. Okay. So this company, but if you see here, it is a trading system. Okay, the trading system you see here, you can observe there are n number of company codes. You will see here there are 200, 300 company codes. You will see in the okay in trading system here. But in real system, you will not find these many number of company codes. You will find only one company code. Okay, only the SAP will provide you only one company code in real system. But in training system is a dumper one, right? So today if I am creating, so today exactly some 290 company codes is there. If I will create then 3 company codes, then it will become 293. So this is the way your number will be increased. So it is, there is no control training system, but real system. So how many number of company codes? Those many number of company codes will be defined, and copying is must here. So when you are copying, so all the data will be copied to your new company code. Now tell me, is the copy is necessary without copying? So I can able to do the business or not? Yes. So without copying, you cannot able to do the business. Copying is must, and you cannot set up the data manually. So copying is mandatory. Copying is must. Okay. When you are copying the company code to company code, but in training system, what is the recommend? From which company code I need to copy? So I must copy from 1000 company code. Okay. So from 1000 company code only we need to copy. So in training system, they will provide you only one company code. Sorry, in training system, we have so many number of company codes. The best company code the SAP suggested, better you need to copy from 1000 company code. So this recommend, so you can copy from any other company code, but maybe you will not find the proper data inconsistent. And especially, you should not copy from 000 company code in training system. Training system, if you copy from 000 company code, so data will not come properly to your new company code. So data inconsistency. You are not able to do the business. You are doing the trying to do some business transactions. Definitely you will fail. Okay, you will start. Okay, so that's what here. What is the recommendation? You must copy from 1000 company code in training system. So 1000 company code is recommended. So whenever you are copying, so all the data will be copied to your new company code. Okay. Next, under the company code, what exactly? So under the company code, so we need to define the plans. Okay. Plans, plan one and plan two. Plan one and plan two, we need to define. So what is these plans here? The plans are the manufacturing units. The plans are the manufacturing unit. See this actually here. So who is going to define the plans? Now under this company, there is the data series. I have 3 plans, or 2 plans, or 4 plans. Definitely they will inform, client will inform you in the business blueprint. Tomorrow we are going to see. So this is the data skills. TS means data skills. Now tell me what is the nomenclature? Nomenclature is 4 digit here. Your client is 3 digit. The company is 6 digit. Company code 4 digit. Plant nomenclature is also 4 digit here. The plant. Okay. So who is working at plant level? The plant level. So this is actually our organization will be started. This is my organization level. The MM people here. So in real time, if you go for the interview, you should not say I involved in company, I define company code to company code. So they itself you can understand you are from Amipay or you are some from training institute. Okay. So this is what you should not say. I'm involved in copying company code, defining the company code. Okay, I copied from one company code to another company code. You should not say in the interview. So you need to start. Please, are you involved in the architecture? Yes, I involved. So I started my organization levels from the plant. Okay, the SAP already triple zone plant is there. From triple zone plant, as per the instructions of the document here, I involved and I defined the plants you need to say. Okay, so in real time, the same like company code. Okay, only one plant is available, triple zone plant. So which is given by SAP in complete data. Okay, but here in training system, the same like company code we have n number of plants, but the recommendation. So you need to copy from 1000 plant only. So this is remains same. So 1000 company code is different, 1000 plant is different. Okay. So here how many number of plants? I don't know. So the client will give you. So how many number of Tata Steel plants, how many number of Tata Motors plants? So nomenclature, everything they will provide. They will provide the address, everything. So you must copy. So when you are copying, so all the data will be copied. So what are the activities will be done at plant level? What do you know about the plant? However, actually it is not required for to understand the company code, but it is required because this is your arguments. So you must know about the plant because here it is your argument, right? So you need to understand the plant in simple definition. The plant is a manufacturing unit where the manufacturing activities will be taken place. So day to day, manufacturing activities, sales activities, production activities. Okay, so all these activities will be done at the plant level. The plant contains different departments: the production department, quality department. Okay, these are the accounting department, HR department. Okay, so these are all for the plant level. So only the MM people. So we are the MM. We are the function consultant. So you should copy from 1000 plant. Okay, maybe it will take some 2-3 days time to get the credentials, and definitely you will also start. So individually you need to define the org structure in your server. I think I hope everybody get the credentials from the institute here. So no problem. It will take more 2-3 days time to get a. So you must copy from 1000 company code, from 1000 plan, and you can define your own plans here in your system, and you need to practice rest of the year. Okay, MM module you need to practice your own plan. That is well and good. Okay, so under the plant, what exactly I need to perform? So under the plants, I need to maintain the store locations here. Okay, store location 1, store location 2, store location 3. So what is this here actually? So these are all store locations here. These are all the store locations. So what is the store location? The store locations are stock keeping units here. So who is going to maintain the store locations? So we are saying, the store locations are stock keeping units. Okay. So here in actually in domain term, the store locations are called godowns here. Okay. So the client will inform you. So this is my plant, right? So this is the Tata Steel's company code. Under the Tata Steel's company code, I have 2 plants. So this plant is in Hyderabad. This plant is Bangalore. In this plant, I have some 20 store locations is there. In this plant, I have some 50 store locations. So here in SAP, we are calling it a store location. But in domain world, these store locations are calling as a godowns, the physical area. So where we can dump your materials. So where I can keep my raw materials, where I can keep my semi-finished materials, finished materials, packing materials, spare parts. So day to day, so your inventory, okay, the inventory, okay, what is the inventory? So all the inventory activities will be performed at a store location level. So completely inventory will be based on the quantity and value. Everything should be optimized. Okay, once you implement it, so everything should be optimized. So what are the materials I am receiving in the stores? So it should be recorded in the system. Okay, so today how much material I received, how many number of pieces I received, from which vendor I received it. So in this plant, so these store locations, okay, the plants you need to copy, but store locations you don't need to copy the store locations. So this plant contains some 40 store locations. This plant contains some 50 store locations. The store location nomenclature is 4 digit. So the store locations will calling as a godowns in domain word. Okay, but in SAP we will call as store location. But some store locations, the clients wants to go with the warehouse operations. That is their issue. Suppose this is the store location in particular some some XYZ location. They are not able to manage the materials. It is very big store location, but a lot of materials. This store location they want to go with the warehouse operations. They want to incorporate the WM module. Okay. So what is the warehouse? Means to properly you need to handle the material. They are not able to manage it store location level. So further store location will become as a warehouse activities will be started. However, in our training sessions, we have MMWM integration classes there. So definitely discuss MMWM integration here. So both the quantity and okay. So completely the store location level. So all the inventory activities will be performed at store location level. So we will receive the goods, issue the goods, we do some stock transfers, transfer postings. So all the inventory activities will be performed at store location level. So completely inventory will be based on quantity and value of patient tickets. Okay. So under the store locations, one important actually, the value means suppose now I received. Okay. So here suppose now I received the stock. Okay. Some material X I received here. So how much stock is at my inventory? So I have some 2,000 euros of stock or 3,000 euros of stock. So finally, if I executed a report, so in that report in the stores presently, okay, the material should have value. The material where will enter the value of the material while you are creating metal master. So definitely you need to mention the price of this material. So I received. So as per my company, this metal X price is 100 euros. I received 10 pieces. So 1,000 rupees of euros of stock I received today. So the system is going to calculate whatever the price you mentioned that material master. So I received this much of stock. Okay. So this value should be will go to some GL code. So further we have classes FI integration on classes there. So that time we'll discuss automatic account information. Okay. So this is one point. Right. So now one more important actually. So under the store locations, so we have one more argument, that is the purchase organization. The purchase org, or we'll call it the purchase organization. So this purchase organization also will be maintained the MM people. This is also argument. So what is this purchase organization? So here actually in SAP we have 5 different kind of purchase organizations. We'll discuss in detail. First of all, what is purchasing organization? Okay. So here now this is the plant contains any plant here. The plant 1, plant 2, plant 3, plant 4 and so on. Okay. So this plant, so every plant we have different departments. Okay. The production department, quality, as we discussed, right? If any department require any material for this plant, okay, so they will approach to the purchasing department here. So today I require this material, or next week I require this material. So here any department require any kind of materials or services, they will approach the purchasing department. So already initially in demonstration classes we discussed the module is closely integrated with the purchasing department. Module is closely integrated with the purchasing department. So this purchasing department means purchasing organization. So in apart from the SAP, in general term we'll call it the office. Okay, so in SAP we'll call it the purchasing organizations. The purchasing organization is organization maintained by the people. Now no need to copy. Maintained by the people. Okay, the people we need to maintain the purchasing organization. Okay. So here now one more important question. Most of the interest they ask to you. See what is the highest organizational element here. So what is the to SAP point of view? If you see the hierarchy, so what is our highest organization element? We need to say client here. Client is our, so if SAP point of view. If you ask our module point of view, the purchasing organization is our highest organization element. After the purchase organization only plants, under the plant store locations will come here. But actually in SAP system, these German people they are showing purchase organization downside, unfortunately. But the purchasing organization is the our highest organization element. But in SAP, we have 5 different kind of purchasing organizations. Okay, so we have central purchasing organization is there, central purchase organization. So which is also called as a corporate purchase organization, central purchase organization or corporate purchase organization. Okay, so here in which okay, so here corporate purchasing organization. The second one is the cross-plant purchase organization. So now today actually we don't need to worry, just we need to understand cross-plant. The third one is actually the standard purchase organization. Okay. So most of the people in real time they don't know which purchase organization they are using, but we need to, as a consultant, we need to identify so what kind of purchase organization they are using. Okay. Plant specific purchase organization, and we have finally reference here, reference kind of purchase. Okay. So there are total altogether we have 5 different kind of purchasing organizations in there. Central or corporate purchase organization. The second one is cross-plant purchase organization. Third one is standard purchase organization. Fourth one is plant-specific purchase organization. Fifth one is the reference purchase organization. Okay. Let us see. So, however, what is the main responsibility of the purchase organization? Just now we discussed. If any department required any material, so it will go to the purchasing department. Okay. Finally, the purchasing department people they need to procure the materials from the different suppliers. Okay, suppliers means vendors. So here if you come to the central purchase organization or corporate purchase organization, okay, so central or corporate purchase organization. What is meant by central or corporate purchase organization? The central or corporate purchase organization means suppose now as we discussed here, I have 3 company codes. In each and every company code, I have some couple of plants. The company code 1 I have some 2 plants. Company code 2 I have some 4 plants. Company code 3 again I have some 3 plants. All together I have 10 plants in there. In this Tata Steel plant, Tata Motors, TCS, all the plants in there. So what is meant by central purchase organization, corporate purchase organization? If all these plants, okay, so this central purchase organization, they will procure the materials bulkily. So n number of materials at a time they will procure, and they will distribute all the materials to all the plants. So they will distribute. So they will procure some materials, and they will distribute it for all the plants. Plant 1, plant 2, plant 3, for all the plants they will distribute. This is called central or corporate purchase organization. So what is meant by central or corporate purchase organization? If any purchase organization is involved to okay, so purchase the material for all the plants at client level. This is client level. Okay, so I have some couple of company codes, and each and every company code I have some couple of plants. So all together I have some 10 plants for my client. In this Tata Steel, Tata Motors, TCS, all the plants. For all the plants, if you require the material, then central purchase organization will come into the picture here and they'll procure. So I'll see one good example. Suppose everybody is required the stationery. So they will procure the stationery items and they will distribute for all the plants. So with this they can negotiate with the vendors. Okay, so because they are bulkily they are procuring the material, it's called central. So how to assign central purchase organization? I'll show you the system. Next, what is cross plant? The cross plant purchase organization is a purchase organization which is responsible for more than one plant. Okay, what is mean cross plant here? The cross plant means if any, suppose this plant one is in Hyderabad, okay, the plant two is near to Hyderabad. Example. So both the plants distance is like 100 200 kilometers distance. So somewhere I maintain some path recognition. This path recognition is responsible to this plant and this plant. So this is not for the corporate. So this is more than one plant. So in Hyderabad itself, I have 3 plants. All 3 plants, Tata Steel plants in Hyderabad, in Telangana state. Okay, but these 3 plants, I am going to maintain only one purchase. It's called cross plant. If any purchase is responsible for more than one plant, it's called cross plant purchase. But which is not equal to corporate. Next. So what is actually, it is very difficult to understand, but no problem. You are very new. So we are completely new. Today is only first session. Today and tomorrow also, I'll show you in the slides. Okay, so how it looks like client, how it looks like company code, plant, and we have some excellent PPTs there that I will show you. But please try to understand, because day after tomorrow, today and tomorrow also we have some theory, but day after tomorrow notes we should start with it. Okay, so SAP system. Okay, but every day the same day you need to practice SAP. Okay? Otherwise it will look like some XYZ. Okay. Okay. So next, what is standard? Okay, the standard purchase organization is an organization. Okay, suppose now this is the Hyderabad plant. So Tata Steel Hyderabad plant. So this Tata Steel Hyderabad plant is a very big plant. So this is example. This plant 2 is in Pune, plant 1 is Hyderabad. So compared to Pune plant, suppose this plant 1 is very big. Okay, there are n number of materials, because n number of materials are producing. Okay, so we have a lot of employees working in this plant 1. So one purchase organization is not enough. So we are having 2 purchase organization for this plant. So if any plant is controlled by more than one purchase organization, anyone I need to assign a standard. So this is the different here. So why I need to assign a standard? Because if I am not assigning a standard, so for every plant we have some special procurements will be there. The special procurements like consignment, okay, we are going to see here. Consignment, pipeline, RTP, okay, some subcontracting, third party. These are some special procurements we need to handle. So if the plant is a very big plant, there are a lot of operations. So for that particular plant, we have some more than one purchase organization. Anyone I need to assign as a standard. Okay. Next, what is plant specific? Okay. Here clearly you can see here the plant specific means. So your name itself here. Suppose the plant, if any purchase organization which is responsible for only the particular plant. So this actually now I said plant 2, which is Pune. Okay. So there in the Pune, Tata Steel Hyderabad plant is there. So only one purchase organization. So this particular purchase organization is responsible for only this particular Pune plant. It's called plant specific. Okay. So I will show you in the system. Don't worry in further classes. Reference. What is the reference here? Okay. Now Tata Steel Hyderabad plant requires some material. So already Pune plant is procuring the material from ABC vendor. So again we require the same material. So again this Tata Steel Pune purchase organization, they will take the reference on behalf of and they will procure the materials. On behalf of one purchase organization, if other purchase organization procuring the material, okay, to the plant is called reference kind of purchase organization. But actually it is very easy. But these stuff most of the time the client don't know, because only they know how to go to office. But the mapping as a consultant, it is in your hand. So when you have been able to map without any confusion, so however 3 plus you are keeping 3 years of experience you are showing. So now once you will get in the industry, so after 1 or 2 years you will become senior people. So the time you should not confuse. Okay. So the central purchase organization, how to map the central purchase organization? You should be okay. So fingertip. So what is central? What is cross front? So most of the time the clients don't know which purchase organization it is. So you need to give the direction. So this is the purchase organization you are using. So based on your mapping should be. So all together we have 5 different kind of purchasing organizations. So once again, if you so recall this today's session here, the clients are the like so the hierarchy will start from the client. The clients will be defined by the basis people. So initially we discussed here the SAP data are going to classify into there are 3 types of data we observed: organization data, master and transition data. The organization data is only one time setup. So how many times you will create plant? Only one time. So it is not I want to create one more time real time. It will not come, because only initially it will be decided how many number of plants you have, how many number of store locations. Only one time setup. Anybody can able to understand. If you practice 2 times, you will get it. You need to worry. So organization data. But The master data is a very important here. So again, if you come to the organization data, and only we are not only the responsible. So the finance people also they involved to defend the organization data. The SD people also they involve. Basis people also involved to defend the multiple modules are going to involve. But now I don't require any other org elements. Only I need to focus my org elements. What is my org elements? Plant, store location, purchasing organizations. One more org element is there. So that org element also let me discuss. One more org element here, the purchase group here. So most of the people is working in real time. Also they don't know. So 50% people they don't know. The purchase group is also an org element. The purchase group is actually what is purchase group here? Okay. Even though I also forgot immediately again. Okay. So now this is the org element is also there. Okay. So this is also org element here. So what is this purchase group? The purchase group is employee. So where exactly this employee? This is the data still Hyderabad. So in this some purchase groups is there. But actually we should not assign this the purchase group. Now if we see the nomenclature, what we have to the company code is 4 digit, plant is 4 digit, your store location is 4 digit, your purchasing organization is also 4 digit. Again the purchase group is a 3 digit element. The purchase group is a, so what is the definition? The purchase group is a singular group of buyer. So I am always, so I am working the particular plant, I am expertise in the steels. Every time I procure the steels. So the purchase group is a single group of buyer, group of persons they will create as a group, and they are expertise in the to procuring the materials day to day from the market. The purchasing organization is office. The purchasing organization, the purchase groups are available. Day to day involved on the, okay, they are available at the purchasing organization level. They are involved in the procurement process. So this is about but the purchase group we never assign to any company code or any plant or any stores. So why? Because this purchase group is called as a floating entity. So suddenly, suppose today I am working here, suddenly they transfer me to Pune. Suddenly they transfer me to Noida. Okay, because I don't know where I am. So suddenly the organization can be transferred here. So that's what the purchase group. So you should not assign the purchase group to any plant or any company code. Once you will maintain the purchase group in the system, so you can work for entire org structure. So suppose now you see here, this is the company code, directional company code. I have two plants here. So these two plants are responsible for this company code, and this plant is not responsible for this company code. Because the Tata Motors, this is a Tata Steel plant. Okay. So this is the way the organization elements. What we need to understand here, the purchase group is a floating entity. So what is the definition of the purchase group? The purchase group is a singular group of buyer who is responsible for the procurement activities. So this is what we discuss. Okay. So today's session here, no problem. Tomorrow once again we'll review this. Okay. So I have some couple of PPTs with me. I'll show you the PPT, and tomorrow also we'll discuss the same org data in detail. Okay. So if possible, I'll show once in the tomorrow system here, and I have some business blueprint also. I'll show you. Then you'll get some idea. Slowly, initially we'll go with slowly. Then once we'll go to the master data, so we'll discuss day to day each and every. Okay, Jagadish and Yashasvi and Yamuna. Maybe tomorrow 2 o'clock only. Today is we actually we started 2:15. Tomorrow 2 o'clock. Okay. So thank you for joining session. Thank you. So we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, same link.
Okay, now will you share the PPT in the group?
Yeah, I'll share with you. I will share the this record you will get after 1 hour,
Okay,
and also I'll share the PPT also. Okay.
okay, thank you.
I'll share in the group session.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Jagadish.
Okay, sir.
Yashasvi, and, thank you.
Thank you, sir.